This is Squawk Pod from CNBC.
Melinda's an amazing person. People know who she is because she's married to Bill Gates. She's one of the co-heads of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. She's a well-known philanthropist. But what's amazing about this story is just how much of herself she puts into it.
Another mother sidled up to me and she said, "Do you see what's going on here?" And I said, "Well, I've noticed more dads are dropping their kids at school, coming into the classroom." And she said, "Yeah, we went home and told our husbands, if Bill Gates can do it, you can do it."
I want to say thank you so much to the Alliance for Women in Media for this award. It means the world to us to get the Gracie, to get this achievement and this recognition, and we can't thank you enough for it. I have to thank Katie Kramer. She is the brains and the brawn behind the podcast. She pours so much of herself into it every day and has from the beginning, and so she really deserves the lion's share of the credit for this. I also want to thank everyone else who works on the Squawk Pod, and very quickly a couple of women who have been strong promoters of other women in media, including me. One is Karen Miller-Pincero, who gave me my first job at the Wall Street Journal and pushed me into all kinds of opportunities. Another is Laura Landro, and another is Joanne Littman. I want to thank them for doing so much for me and for other women, too. Thank you.
All our trees are gone. Half our block is naked. Our street used to be lined nicely, like you were coming down a little tunnel. No, not anymore.
In the Dunning neighborhood on the northwest side, Kathy and Abel Gomez are out in front, pointing to a big hole in the sky.
The landscape in this neighborhood changed since I've been here. I moved here in 2002, and since then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees removed just right in this area here.
And I understand that they're cutting them down because they're...
Hi. It was a delight to do a story about the magic of trees. These incredible machines that clean our air and water, keep us cool, and are so beautiful. We found out that there are some really simple ways that everyday city dwellers can help improve the urban canopy. On behalf of Ken Davis and myself, we want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation for this Gracie Award. Also, thanks to WBEZ and our wonderful editor, Kate Cahan. Now, where in the house to place this beautiful little statue? Thanks, everybody.
That report by Dan on the jazz scene in Cleveland has a Spotify playlist that goes with it. Grab it by going to arts.ideastream.org. Don't move a muscle. There's business news coming your way on the Marketplace Morning Report in 2 minutes on WCPN. Plenty of sunshine, but cool Cleveland spring weather today, the high reaching 44. Right now, a fair sky, 38 degrees on this Tuesday morning. WCPN at 6:52. Hi, I'm Amy Eddings, host of NPR's Morning Edition on WCPN in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm so glad to accept this Gracie Award for Best Host Anchor. Thank you so much to the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation for this recognition. I really appreciate it, and my mask is slipping. I wish all of us could be together celebrating in New York City.
Exceptional Women is a 30-minute public affairs program with a long history of celebrating women who are leading by example and sometimes facing major life challenges.
Nancy Farrell is working to raise awareness about suicide after her own brother took his life.
A few months after my mother found a support group, I walked into this room, and by the time they got to me, I said, "Oh my God, these people know what I went through." Not saying that he died by suicide was to deny what he went through.
Jenny Soper lost her son Clay to a lethal mixture of drugs and alcohol.
All of his friends gathered at our home. It was really their idea. They said we need to make purpose of Clay's death because this just shouldn't have happened. Their ability to be just so honest and caring and candid about what happened that night is just incredible.
Hey everyone, I'm Sue Tabb. And I'm Kendra Petroni, and we're the co-hosts of Exceptional Women here on Magic 106.7.
We are so honored that our Exceptional Women program has won yet another Gracie Award, and we do want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media.
We love having the opportunity to empower and share all of our extraordinary women's stories every Sunday morning here in Boston.
Yeah, and you know, it is our privilege and our honor because we meet the most incredible influencers out there, and it's just a privilege to be able to share their stories and to give give them a platform. So we do thank you. And in fact, Kendra, you know this is a true story. I'm getting a new puppy in the fall, and guess what I'm going to name her?
Gracie.
Gracie Allen. Thanks, everybody.
This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Dr. Phil, thank you so much for being with us.
Well, Bridget, thank you for having me. It's good to talk to you again.
Grammy and Emmy award-winning singer and actor Harry Connick Jr., who joins us live on the Newsline.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you.
We are talking baseball live this morning with Yankees president Randy Levine.
Hi, Bridget. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you for making 1010 Wins your #1 choice for news in New York. I am beyond honored and delighted to accept this award. My sincerest thanks to the Gracies and the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. I'm so proud to be part of the 1010 Wins news team. But my morning broadcast is only as good as the person who selects our stories and assigns our incredible reporters. Jim Maloney, you are outstanding. Also, a special thanks to our writer, Tom Offer, and to Ivan Lee, whose tech skills enabled us to stay on air. And a special thank you to our news director, Ben Meverak. You give him 22 minutes and he will give you a world of support. Heather Cohen, you inspire me. And thanks and love to my family, my husband Dave, and my 3 children, Jennifer, Stephanie, and Rudy. You are my world. Thank you so much.
My sister's mobile home burned down and they lost all of their belongings, including, most importantly, their pet. She lost absolutely everything that she had worked for 17 years.
Oh. Thanks, My Talkers. You heard us talking about the Garcia Torres family from Arlington, Minnesota, who lost everything in a fire last week. You really came through for them.
The goal of their GoFundMe page was $5,000. That GoFundMe total is nearly $20,000.
We want to say we're thankful for you, My Talkers, every time we use our airwaves to do some good in this world. Thank you.
Here at Hubbard Radio and My Talk 107.1, we talk all the time about how radio can change lives. And in this case, it was very personal. A family in a small town outside of the Twin Cities lost literally everything when their mobile home caught fire just days before Thanksgiving. And our staff did what they do best. They rose up and they inspired our listeners, inspired clients, and raised money to change this family's life. I want to thank the Gracie Awards. I want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. And I want to thank all of you for this wonderful recognition.
Joining us now, Nikki Gozer. She is the author of a new book called Stalked and Defenseless: How Gun Control Helped My Stalker Murder My Husband in Front of Me. Wow, what a powerful title right there. This says it all about your story and how gun control literally cost you your husband's life. How did that happen?
Almost 11 years ago, my husband Benjamin was murdered right in front of me by a man who was stalking me.
Hey, honey, come here. There's a package for you.
What? Oh, look, fragile. It must be Italian.
I think that's fragile, honey.
Oh. Look, it's a major award. It's a Gracie for co-host, talk personality, and a large market mornings on WMAL. Thank you to the Alliance for Women in Media for all you do. Heather Cohen, agent extraordinaire, Heather Hunter, our producer, Bill Hess for giving me a shot, and my long-suffering husband, Doug. Thank you.
Is this Katie Neal?
Yes.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity right now. This is so pretty cool.
Mr. Kenny Chesney, how the heck are you? What have you been up to?
Katie, I'm great. Thanks for having me. I've been really good. You know, I've been off the road now for a little bit. Anytime I'm off the road, I like to be around the water. Been around the ocean a lot.
You know, that is exactly what I would expect Kenny Chesney to be doing on a day off. It's very on brand. 9 #1 singles, 3 Grammys, 3 New York Times bestselling cookbooks, and an Emmy. Trisha Yearwood is here in studio. Thank you so much for coming to see us today.
I'm so excited to be here. Good morning.
Hello there to all of my fellow women in media. I'm Katie Neal from New York's Country 94.7. And to be sitting here holding this bad boy, or bad girl, should I say, is completely surreal. To be a Gracie Award winner and to be in the company of some of my closest friends and coworkers like Jade Donovan and Kelly Ford and the many women that I truly admire and look up to in this industry is such an honor. Thank you so much to the Alliance for Women in Media for continuing to recognize all of the hard work that is being done, for inspiring us each year to strive for more, to be better broadcasters, and to lift each other up. Thank you so much.
Ilhan Omar becomes the first Somali American woman elected to Congress in 2018. I could remember the tears that welled up in my eyes as I read the news for the first time. It took my mom a whole 2 weeks to get used to the fact that someone like her was elected to Congress.
She gave us a lot of hope. She showed us we can be anything we wanted.
My mom and I found a new connection through Omar. My mom was born and raised in Somalia, whereas I was born in the U.S. Somehow, we found different parts of ourselves to connect to Omar.
Hi, I'm Mary Mohammed, and I'm accepting the Gracie Award in News Feature in the Student Radio category. I want to thank the Radioactive team for making this story with me, and I also want to thank my editor, Liz Jones, and most of all, my mentor, Kyle Norris. Without them, this story wouldn't be possible, and I want to thank them so much for allowing the story to be inclusive of my mom and me, for a Somali American Muslim woman.
And I also want to say thank you, people who work with Mariam Mohammed, the team for Radioactive. I want to say thank you for choosing us this award. I want to say thank you so much. And I'm proud of Mariam Mohammed for working so hard this last year. Thank you guys so much.
How many of you all have had mold in your homes? How many of you all have been displaced from your home? How many of you all have had you or your family members have health complications because of issues in your home?
Let that sink in. 5 women, different homes, different service branches, but their stories are similar. And the stories of mold, rodents, and lead paint in base housing are the experiences of thousands of military families across the country.
It is still the most wonderful shock to be holding this Gracie. On behalf of myself and our incredible team of photographers, Jesse, Becca, and Haley, we want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation for recognizing our investigation. But most of all, we want to thank the brave military spouses who risked retaliation in allowing us to share their stories. All they want is a safe place to live. We are also so grateful to our families and the management team of WUSA and Tegna. They truly allow us to seek out and investigate stories that positively impact our communities and make the worlds in which we live a better place. And really, isn't that why so many of us do this? Thank you again. We are incredibly honored.
How many of you believe there is a systemic problem of discrimination at the FBI and specifically the Academy? Everybody.
The secret world of Jeffrey Epstein.
This is the worst failure of the criminal justice system in modern times.
How is it that nobody ever came forward? Maybe they were scared of, I'm still scared.
Jeffrey thought that we were disposable, and look who's still standing.
Thank you to the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. I remember when I first learned about the Gracies when I was a young intern, and I hoped that someday I might produce work worthy of such an honor. Thank you to Len Tepper and Andy Court, who first modeled the rigor and the commitment necessary to tell these types of stories. Investigative reporting takes tremendous resources, and I'm so grateful to Rich Greenberg and my NBC News investigations colleagues for their unwavering support. Thank you to Savannah Guthrie, Cynthia McFadden, Stephanie Gosk, Kenzie Abusabe, and Merritt Enright, and all the other women of NBC who set such a powerful example. And most of all, thank you to my sources, without whom none of these stories would be possible. And I strive to be worthy of their trust every single day.